Unacademy. Let's crack it.
So the idea of TOTD and Midnight Express was the fact that you have some sort of accountability, and daily we cover something important which otherwise we will not do. So in case you're already on a track, and you are studying with rapid revision, it's okay if you skip it. If you feel you have the time, I think it's a good idea कि दिन का 1 घंटा at least you are seeing one target of the day wala class, on 1.25 or 1.5x, if you'll see, you will finish in 1 hour, or lesser, even if there are two classes. बची बात midnight express का. Midnight express is something that um you can see with your meals. That is how I designed it. That's a bonus. That's so I'm replacing Friends and Netflix for you. So उस बहाने एक और पढ़ाई हो जाएगी every day. No need to make notes, nothing. Just see the class. Passive memory, and just go back to your notes and do that topic. So I mean, it is a good idea if you can manage it with your existing ongoing timetable. But even if you can't and you have something going on, do not be in a FOMO that everybody else is doing and I am not doing. So that's okay. Yeah. Any other things, please talk. Don't ask me in the comments. That is something we do in special class also. Anything that you want to chat, I would love to do that. So do ask me whatever you want to ask. Turn on your audio visual and ask.
Ma'am.
Yeah. Vidhi.
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good, Vidhi.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask that I'm baby MBBS student. So I was already following your RR, TOTD, MER and PYQs. So, ma'am, could you give me some advice what to do next?
You are doing a lot already. Matlab, if you're doing RR, TOTD, MER, you're already doing a lot. है ना? So I think you should just now focus on so you just have to focus now on your prof. You are MBBS student, right? Final year, I suppose. So final
Third
year,
year, ma'am.
third year. Okay, तो अभी तो chill मारो यार, इतना tension
मैम
नहीं
वो
करो.
अभी इतना वो बोल रहे हैं कि नेक्स्ट होगा तो ऑलरेडी इतना ज्यादा प्रेशर हो गया है. प्लस मैम मैं थोड़ा सा फोमो भी है बिकॉज आई एम प्राइवेट मेडिकल स्टूडेंट तो अभी वो बहुत ज्यादा.
See, again, you are doing a lot. So the point that you are so focused already कि अभी से FOMO आ रहा है, that in itself is something which is very big that you will do very well in life. I can already tell you that. So first of all, don't have any FOMO. You are still actually you are baby MBBS only. You have named yourself quite aptly. So you just chill. You are doing the targets already, है ना? तो वो आपका cover हो रहा है. साथ साथ a lot of ground you will already cover. By the time you become an intern, ना आपका already must know चीजें you would have revised. So what you can do right now is just make notes. जो भी देख रहे हो ना उसके अच्छे से नोट्स बना लो such that this time does not go to waste. If you do not have a consolidated base at this time ना फिर से शुरू करना पड़ेगा internship में. So right now just ensure that you are creating a good base for each and every subject. 19 subject का एक बार base बना लो and keep consolidating on that. प्रॉब्लम ऑफ स्टार्टिंग अर्ली बिकम्स कि आप ना बहुत सारी चीजें पढ़ लेते हो एंड देन यू विल नॉट हैव अ कंसोलिडेटेड बेस कि अब क्या करूं. सो देन यू विल हैव टू स्टार्ट अ फ्रेश एंड ऑल ऑफ योर एफर्ट गोज टू वेस्ट. फिर फोमो और होता है. सो दैट इज व्हाई राइट नाउ हर एक सब्जेक्ट का एक एक नोट एक कॉपी बना लो, या इफ यू आर यूजिंग सम प्री मेड नोट्स तो उसके ऊपर ऐड करते जाओ. सो बेसिकली व्हाट यू हैव टू डू इज क्रिएट कंसोलिडेटेड रिसोर्स फॉर ऑल 19 सब्जेक्ट्स कि वो इंटर्नशिप में आपको बहुत हेल्प करे.
मैम अगर नेक्स्ट होगा तो फिर तो फोर्थ ईयर के बाद ही.
हाँ मतलब तो आपका एग्जाम का गाइडलाइन सी नेक्स्ट ईयर तक आ जाना चाहिए. अगर मतलब व्हेनेवर द एग्जाम इज कमिंग, वंस यू हैव द गाइडलाइंस देन वी कैन प्लान. अभी हमें पता ही नहीं है कि क्या होगा तो हम प्लान भी कैसे करें. सो राइट नाउ योर आइडिया इज सी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स विल रिमेन इंपॉर्टेंट, चाहे वो नेक्स्ट हो, वो नीट हो, वो INICT हो, है ना. तो विथ टॉपिक ऑफ द डे मर्ज यू आर एंश्योरिंग ऑलरेडी कि आप अपना इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स कवर कर रहे हो, इजंट इट. तो अभी उस पर ध्यान दो. एंड साथ साथ अब जो भी आपका थर्ड ईयर में सब्जेक्ट्स चल रहे हैं उनका प्रॉफ वाइज तैयारी करो एंड एक बेस बना लो. 19 सब्जेक्ट एक बेस होना चाहिए जिसपे एनी इन्फॉर्मेशन यू आर स्टडिंग गोज देयर. व्हाटएवर MCQ आर सॉल्विंग, न्यू पॉइंट्स मिल रहे हैं उसमें डालते जाओ. राइट. तो अभी ये करो, अभी नेक्स्ट का टेंशन नहीं लेना. वो जब अभी तो NBE को भी नहीं पता कि नेक्स्ट का क्या करना है, तो हम कैसे हाउ डू वी प्लान. सो लेट देम कम अप विद गाइडलाइंस, कब आ रहा है, क्या हो रहा है, एंड देन वी कैन ऑलवेज प्लान फॉर इट. तब तक मेक श्योर आप इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स पढ़ रहे हो 19 सब्जेक्ट्स के, एंड स्पेशली जो सब्जेक्ट आपके कवर नहीं हुए अभी तक.
ओके मैम. थैंक यू मैम.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
हाय अक्षय.
Good evening, ma'am. Thank you for. I'm so glad that I have मतलब हम लोग को एक अच्छा मौका मिला, एंड हिंदी में ही बोल रहा हूँ
थैंक यू मैम।
कि मैम आपके मर्ज और बीटीआर देखे ना, लाइक मेरा ये INICT वाज गुड, तो आई एम थिंकिंग कि सेम प्लान लेके जाऊं कि और चेंज करूं कुछ प्लान में।
क्यों चेंज करना है, जब सब अच्छा चल रहा है तो क्यों बदलना है ना?
मैम
तो
आई गॉट सो मनी कॉन्फिडेंस, मतलब बहुत बूस्ट हुआ कॉन्फिडेंस आपके लास्ट मिनट बीटीआर और MKT वीडियोस वाज मैम दैट माइक्रोबायोलॉजी वो सॉरी।
हाँ, सारे सब्जेक्ट है।
यस मैम, थैंक यू मैम।
ठीक है, तो आराम से जस्ट कंटिन्यू डूइंग दैट, एंड बाकी जो भी इससे पहले भी कुछ कुछ पढ़ाई करी होगी ना, BTR MKT से पहले, तो वो भी,
यस मैम, यस मैम,
हाँ है ना? तो बेसिकली कीप,
फर्स्ट एड से इंटीग्रेट कर
बिल्कुल
लिया था।
बहुत ही बढ़िया। तो फर्स्ट एड को ही रिवाइज करना है, जहां पे भी इंटीग्रेट करके कंसोलिडेट करके चीजें रखी हैं उसी को बार बार रिवाइज करना है आपको, एंड यही टारगेट फॉलो करते रहो सच दैट यू फिनिश ओल्डर मर्ज ऑल्सो। नीट आते आते अगर रोज का एक एक मिडनाइट एक्सप्रेस और एक एक टारगेट ऑफ द डे देखोगे तो सब कुछ ही कवर हो जाएगा आपका नीट आते आते, है ना? सो कीप फॉलोइंग द डेली टारगेट्स, एंड
यस मैम,
अपना जो भी सब्जेक्ट,
एंड मैम एक और चीज था कि वो एग्जाम डे, मतलब मेरे को ये लगा कि ना एग्जाम डे इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट, मतलब वो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है कि इतना कॉन्फिडेंस लेके तुम एग्जाम दैट वाज वेरी, मतलब वो था। थैंक यू मैम।
वो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है ना? तो एग्जाम से पहले तो हम डेफिनेटली बात करेंगे कि एग्जाम कैसे लिखना है, बट तब तक एग्जाम के बारे में नहीं सोचना, तब तक ये सोचना है कि कैसे सब कुछ अच्छे से साथ में लाए, है ना? हाउ डू वी इंटीग्रेट एवरीथिंग, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। ओके,
थैंक यू मैम।
थैंक यू।
Good evening,
Hi,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Hi, ma'am.
हाय।
Hi, ma'am.
कहाँ?
I just wanted to know, like, it's been a while since I completed my MBBS. I'm a 2013 batch student, and I was working like for the past 2 years, so I couldn't fully attend to studies. So it's recently just I started focusing on studies, and last NEET I just gave like after completing 4 or 5 subjects, and I managed to secure like 24K. But I know that is not enough, so I'm planning to give it my fullest. So right now I'm not in a position to read the entire things, ma'am. So I'm just like watching the rapid revision videos and just doing the previous year questions. Is that enough? Because reading has been like totally out of my mind. I couldn't concentrate and read. But if I'm watching RR videos, then I'm like able to concentrate for that one long hour. Whenever you are teaching, like I'm concentrating throughout and I'm doing good. But is that enough? Like I needed a rank below 10K in the next, so I mean in this upcoming NEET. So and I did INICT pretty well, I think so.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed for tomorrow's results. But is that enough, ma'am, or is vast and extensive reading required?
See, I don't think extensive reading is ever required for NEET PG preparation, because even if you do extensive reading, you won't be able to revise. So all of that time only gets wasted. So NEET PG preparation has to be selective. So never ever be in a FOMO that you are not completing everything, because it need not be completed, and that is coming from a topper. That the topper is telling you do not complete all subjects, and that is something which is very key, because you only want to focus on important areas which you can revise. See, the point of studying everything comes in MBBS, when you want to touch everything, you want to master the subjects. But now if you go on mastering one subject, you'll be leaving out subjects entirely, and that's never a good idea. So always be selective, and always base your preparation, this is for everybody, always base your preparation around previous year questions. So that is what you are doing. You do previous year questions, you do the rapid revision. That way you yourself will know that all right, this is one area which has not been covered in RR. Let me just go to the notes and finish it. Let me just go to the solution of that question and finish it. So this way you are covering the basis yourself. See, I am covering bulk of it in RR, but it is not enough. Obviously, in 2 hours, completing the entire neurology is not going to happen, isn't it? So there are certain things which you felt while doing the previous year question that, okay, this is one area which is missing. So you just go to the PYQs, go to that relevant topic of the notes and finish it off. So that is your job now. Half the job is already done, wherein you first master whatever is being taught to you in RR. And this is for everybody who's having this common question that is this enough. I will tell you that whatever I am giving you is something you have to master. That is the first step. The second step would be you do the MCQs of question bank, you do the previous year questions, and whatever are the lacuna, you fill those. And that is when it becomes enough. Okay, so that is something that you have to ensure, and that will also translate into a confidence that I am not missing out, that it is enough. Then you will no longer ask me that question. You yourself will feel that, okay, now I've covered everything which needed to be covered. For that, reading extensive notes, doing the entire video module at this point of time is just not advisable, because time is the limiting factor. Content is never going to be the limiting factor, right? Content is so much. If you want to do, you can do everything, but you don't have years and years. You have months, and you want to finish the most important. You want to crack an exam in months. How do you do that? You do that with the highest yield stuff, right?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello,
So,
ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Good evening, ma'am.
hi,
Good
hi.
evening, ma'am.
Hello,
Kirtana,
ma'am.
Kirtana, go on. Yeah, I'll just take one by
Hi,
one.
ma'am. I just wanted to ask you. See, my level of prep when it comes to medicine is very basic. I have not done all the systems once, so I just want to know if I should stick to starting with Midnight Express revision, or should I like join the RR rapid revision course that is starting in an academy, or what am I supposed to do? Which one would be suitable for my level of prep, ma'am?
Which stage of preparation you're at? You are an intern.
I'm a post intern, ma'am.
Okay, so just medicine as a subject you are not confident in. Rest of it is all done.
Yes. Rest of it mostly it's done, ma'am. Medicine alone, I have not finished my first read, and it's very it's done in very bits and pieces. That is like my weakest subject. So I don't know if I should join you. You've started an integrated course in an academy, right? Like system wise integrated one. I
So see, I am doing a 19 subject rapid revision, out of which this month we are doing the systems, which would include path, physio, medicine, and radio to a certain extent. Okay, so it is only for this month which is the system, but apart from that, we are covering all 19 subjects. 2 months are already done, so nine subjects we've already done, and the other subjects we are covering systemic in this month. So you can do that if you want. The systems, they will take care of a large extent of medicine, but if you have, a doubt in medicine only, baki sab sorted hai, path, physio and all is sorted, then why don't you just study from a medicine faculty? I would rather suggest that just go to a medicine faculty, do a rapid revision of, say, prep ladder if you are an iconic subscriber, do Deepak Marwa sir's medicine rapid revision, and that's it, and you can supplement it with first aid. If you're having FOMO that I'm not studying in a systemic manner, just open first aid with all of the respective systems. So first aid for step 1 will take care of enact, path, physio, pharma,
physio.
of those systems, right? So that is how you have to study. So there'll be a holistic thing wherein you are completing the systems of first, second prof also, and you're doing medicine also. So that'll give you the confidence that conceptually, you are sorted. So do rapid revision and do these. So that will not be a too much of a time penalty also, because otherwise doing medicine from scratch will take up a lot of your time.
Is it okay to start using first aid right now? Like it's only 3 months left, and I have not annotated first aid fully. So is it all right now to start with it?
You don't have to annotate first aid all the time. See, the fact that first aid, we talk so much about annotating it and, stuff, you don't have to do it all the time. See, first aid annotation and first aid as a base you can use for biochemistry, micro, immuno, general path. That's the first part of first aid. The second part of first aid, which is systemic, I would recommend, just keep it open. Just keep it open in front of you. Go through it. No need to have a hard copy also. Take a soft copy and just go through the pages after you're done with your medicine RR. Suppose you're doing RR of Marwa sir from cardiovascular. Cardiovascular system, you've heard him. Now just open soft copy of first aid, read all the pages, and go to the relevant notes of your physiopath, pharma, and finish off cardiovascular, from scratch. So don't have to annotate first aid. First aid is not always meant to be annotated. Okay.
Annotated.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can just read it and, have the concepts and just move on. For annotation, biochemistry micro is something, which you can form the base of. Okay.
Can I like incorporate Midnight Express revision videos as well? Will it be like supplementing? Because I like watching your lectures more, like, boost me up, like one of your videos at least. Will that be wise to do that now, or like should I just stick to the RR videos and just go on with it?
No, it will be wise to do it one per day. It will be very wise, in fact.
Once per day,
One
yes.
per day, whatever are the targets which I am setting for you, target of the day links and Midnight Express links, they are free classes which are getting pinned on the Telegram group, no? So I would highly recommend you doing those videos. It will hardly take 2 hours of your day, but you will be covering a lot of important topics which are most likely to be asked in the exam.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Evening.
Thank you.
Good
Ma'am,
Evening,
good
ma'am.
evening.
Good evening,
I
ma'am.
just wanted to ask
Hi.
evening.
about my
Arey.
grand test. So I have realized that my brain gets saturated after like an hour into the GT.
Mm-hmm.
So it starts making its own theories. And for example, when I gave my MSet, this Sunday, so there was a question on parvovirus B19. I have marked the right answer in my first go. When I came back after like 2 hours, I marked the wrong answer. I marked the wrong answer because my brain started to think, is it Tourette's aplasia or is it a plastic crisis? What's going to happen? And I started making my own theories. Even I start believing that the false statement is true. This happens with like every GT all the time. I mean, are there any techniques to, um, give my brain a bit of a rest during the exam, and how to attempt the questions? Like, can I start with my easy subjects, or do I have to search for the topics or whatever? I don't know. Like, I don't have a proper strategy. I'm trying just to be, as aggressive as possible right now. So I just wanted a few tips on attempting grand tests.
Yeah. Have you attended my class which I had taken before the exam, one day before the exam day strategy? We call it the Ashirwad class. I don't think you'd attended that.
No,
Yeah. So
ma'am.
today's homework for you is you go back to that class. It's called exam day strategy. Okay. You just see that.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Mm.
something which I categorically say all the time is never ever change your answer in a factual question, right? That is something wherein your
Yes, ma'am.
first instinct
Yes,
is
ma'am.
actually a culmination of a lot of things that you have heard people say, you've heard in a class, you've read it somewhere, and that is what translates into that first instinct. When you put your cerebral cortex over that first instinct, no, it is something wherein you are nullifying all of that information that has been assimilated, okay, into your gut
Yes,
feeling and your instinct. So never ever change your answer when it is a factual question. If it is a
yes,
clinical
ma'am.
vignette and you are reading and you are finding that, okay, reading between the lines, you find that examiner is giving me this clue, I missed that initially, in that case change your answer. But otherwise do not ever change your answer as far as factual questions go. That is something which is one big tip.
Yes, ma'am.
Apart from that, there are a lot of other pointers, exactly what you're looking for, which I've given in that class today. Just take out the time and see that. That will help you a lot with your grand test. Apart from that, the
Yes, ma'am.
focus, something which is a problem with I think all of us is we cannot focus. So one thing is shut out social media. Do not keep Insta in your mind while you're studying. Just switch off your phone or keep it on silent while you are studying, okay? And keep increasing your efficiency such that you can study for a stretch of 3 hours. At least 2 times in a day, you should have study sessions which are 3 hours each, because our exam is 3 hours. In fact, NEET is 3.5 hours. So eventually, it's a marathon, like how you train for a marathon, right? You want to
Yes, ma'am.
running for those many Ks. Just such, it's the same thing with exams. You want your mind to last for 3.5 hours with full focus. So for that, you need to train it. If you have study sessions of half an hour, 1 hour, how will your exam give you that attention span for 3.5 hours in the actual exam? So at least once or twice in the day, study such that for 3.5 hours uninterrupted, without phone calls, without anything if possible. Only important phone calls you're attending to, everything else is shut off and you're focused on your study material. It won't happen overnight. So slowly you increase to 1 hour, you increase to 2 hours, you increase to 3 hours. So eventually your aim has to, study for 3.5 hours for at least twice a day. And whatever are the low efficiency periods, you utilize that for videos. Right. So how this
Yes,
is
ma'am.
for everybody. All of you guys plan your day in such a way that the highest efficiency the first half of the day you are doing focused 3.5 hours of study. After that, take a break, watch some video, and again, come back, read for 3 hours, and then last part of the day, you just want to chill out, watch videos passively, target of the day kar lo, midnight express kar lo, So all of that stuff, passive learning should happen in the latter part of the day when you are not very efficient. So that is how you train for a higher attention span.
Good evening, ma'am. Ma'am,
Hello,
it's
ma'am.
totally a dream come true having
Hello.
like getting a chance talking to you. Ma'am, we actually had two participants over here, and I might really fumble in between, but yeah. Ma'am, we have almost completed all of the subject at least once. Like we watched the videos, and like biochem and FM are kind of left. We were following Marrow notes only, and right now we scheduled our. We are in final year, and we have our exams in January. And now, what we should do in internship, ma'am, and how should we proceed now? Like, what should be our target? मैम बीच में we tried कि हम question bank का भी रोज ज्यादा तो नहीं, इसे 2-3 करते थे, 2-3 मॉड्यूल्स करते थे, एंड MER हमने ऐसा शेड्यूल बनाया था कि रोज का एक MER. We used to start our day. We literally used to start our day with your, like, you were the motivation for us. Okay, ma'am, how should we proceed further?
तुम दोनों सब कुछ साथ में ही करते हो?
Almost. Almost. It's now like वो ऐसे दिन का रहता ही है कि स्टार्ट भी ऐसे किया, खत्म भी ऐसे ही, सब कुछ साथ में करते हैं.
Okay, good. It's always nice.
अलग अलग है, अकेले अकेले करते हैं हम दोनों, पर जो भी करते हैं ऐसे दिन का टारगेट ऑलमोस्ट सेम रखने का ट्राई करते हैं.
बहुत ही अच्छा है. साथ में ही पढ़ना है और आधा आधा पढ़ना है ना. दो लोगों का होने का फायदा ये है कि वर्क डिवाइडेड इनटू हाफ. आधा वो पढ़ेगी, आधा तुम पढ़ोगे, और एक दूसरे को पढ़ा के ना याद करोगे चीजें. सो दैट इज समथिंग व्हिच इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. समझ के रहा, चश्मे भी सेम ही है दोनों के. सो व्हाट यू हैव टू नाउ डू, अभी तो एग्जाम पे फोकस करो, जनवरी तक एग्जाम दे लो, है ना. उसके बाद से व्हाट यू हैव टू डू इज, अरे अभी D2 is inhibitory कहाँ से आ गया? Yes, D2 is inhibitory. So what you want, but this is not inhibitory. Two partners are always excitatory. Okay. So what you want to focus on now from January is make a timetable such that you are starting off with a larger subjects. है ना. तो सबसे पहले पढ़ो physio, path, pharma and medicine. 4 सब्जेक्ट को सबसे पहले इन द फर्स्ट मंथ और 2 months यू टारगेट टू डू एवरीथिंग टुगेदर. मतलब पहले पूरा फिजियो कर लो, पहले पूरा पैथ कर लो, बिकॉज इफ यू स्टार्ट ऑफ विथ सिस्टमिक ना, यू विल गेट लॉस्ट. सो आइडिया इज टू फिनिश देम टुगेदर. तो उस प्रोसेस में आपके सारे सिस्टम्स भी हो जाएंगे एंड देयर बी अ लॉट ऑफ ओवरलैप जो आप साथ साथ कवर कर लोगे. सो फर्स्ट पार्ट इज गोना बी ऑल ऑफ योर कॉन्सेप्चुअल सब्जेक्ट्स. उसके बाद यू ब्रिंग अप anatomy and the remaining first and second prof, because you've just passed final prof, तो वो आपका थोड़ा subjects का orientation अभी भी लगेगा. So first second prof को पहले revise कर लो after doing these conceptual subjects, and after that go on to final year short subject revision. So that is how you have to plan your timetable. Now what I would advise you is दोनों में से या तो दोनों में से एक प्लस सब्सक्रिप्शन ले लो इफ यू आर स्टडीइंग टुगेदर. एंड
हमें लगा कि MER कभी मतलब ऐसा हो सकता है सब्सक्रिप्शन पे मिलेगी. MER लाइक वी आर लकी कि अभी ऐसे बिना सब्सक्रिप्शन के तो अगर बाद में ऐसा हुआ तो हमें देखना पड़ेगा. सब्सक्रिप्शन लेने का ही सोचे थे हम लोग.
हाँ, वो थोड़ा जनवरी में एक बार फिर से रिकॉल लेना, बिकॉज थिंग्स कैन चेंज. ओके, सो वो बाद में कॉल लेना, बट टेक सब्सक्रिप्शन एंड सी RR. और बेसिकली wherever I am taking rapid revision, you take rapid revision with me for 19 subjects, and साथ साथ रिविजन करते रहना, राइट. सो यू विल रिवाइज 19 subjects from your primary source. So मैरो के रिविजन वीडियोस देख लो rather than doing complete modules, and you keep doing rapid revision with me. एंड मिडनाइट एक्सप्रेस पहले दिन से ही शुरू कर दो, 1 per day देखना, ठीक है. सो दैट विल बी साइड टू साइड पैरेलल में आपका फटाफट से पढ़ाई चल रहा है ना, ऑफ इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक्स.
अभी क्योंकि हम लोगों ने सब्जेक्ट्स करे, तो क्या हमें स्टार्टिंग से लेकिन इंटर्नशिप के टाइम से क्वेश्चन बैंक्स करने चाहिए, और करने चाहिए तो हमें कितने अटेम्प्ट करने चाहिए? लाइक नाउ इफ वी प्रैक्टिस, तो कुछ टॉपिक्स जो अच्छे आते हैं ना उसमें 60-70 तक चले जाते हैं, मतलब करेक्ट. तो फिर वी है कि एक रीडिंग के बाद तो इतना ही होगा. तो हमें कितना टारगेट रखना चाहिए कि एक रीडिंग के बाद?
ऐसा कुछ नहीं, ये सब नहीं सोचना. क्वेश्चन बैंक करना है, मेन है कि इंफॉर्मेशन जो भी लैक्यूना है उसको आपको भरना है, राइट. सो व्हाटएवर आर द क्वेश्चंस व्हिच यू आर गोइंग रॉन्ग, उस इंफॉर्मेशन को पढ़ लो, उस आंसर को आप पहचान लो, है ना। अभी क्वेश्चन बैंक में कोई टारगेट नहीं होना चाहिए कि कितने सही करने हैं, उसमें जितने मर्जी गलत करो, जितने गलत करोगे उतना बेटर है, बिकॉज आपको पता चल जाएगा कि दिस टॉपिक आई हैव नॉट स्टडीड, आई नीड टू स्टडी दैट टॉपिक, उसको सोल्यूशन से तभी के तभी खत्म कर लो, राइट। सो आपको इतना टेंशन नहीं लेना कि यार इतने सही करने क्वेश्चन बैंक में, वो सब बाद में, है ना। कभी भी लाइफ में ये टेंशन लेनी नहीं, बिकॉज इट इज नॉट इन योर कंट्रोल कितने सही होंगे, इजंट इट। सो यू वांट टू कवर द सब्जेक्ट एंड साथ साथ क्वेश्चन बैंक करते रहो। वट एवर, सपोज आप अभी पैथ पढ़ रहे हो तो पैथ का क्वेश्चन बैंक साथ साथ करते जाओ, एंड कीप यू नो डूइंग, कीप नोटिंग डाउन एक्स्ट्रा पॉइंट्स ऑन द सेम।
थैंक यू सो मच मैम। जीटी कब से देना शुरू करें?
अभी नहीं, जीटी आप देना, इंटर्नशिप आधी हो जाए ना तब, उसके बाद।
ओके ओके मैम, थैंक यू सो मच।
गुड इवनिंग मैम।
हेलो
हेलो
मैम,
मैम।
गुड इवनिंग।
हेलो मैम। हेलो मैम।
फ्रॉम रायपुर।
हेलो मैम।
मैम ये
हाँ,
पूछना था कि आई में मैम जो
हेलो
आपने अप्रोच बताई थी वो काफी काम आई, और आपकी बीटीआर एंड एमईआर जो मिडनाइट एक्सप्रेस रिवीजन होता है आपका, वो भी बहुत काम आया। मैम अभी क्या अप्रोच रहनी चाहिए नीट 2023 के लिए? लाइक अभी तो थोड़ा थोड़ा फर्स्ट एड कर रखा है, रैपिड रिवीजन कम्प्लीटली हो चुका है 2 बार, और क्वेश्चंस लगाने हैं सिर्फ, या फिर पढ़ाई करके लगाने हैं? मतलब अभी अप्रोच क्या रहनी चाहिए मैम 2023 के लिए?
जैसे हमने वो टाइम टेबल वाला क्लास लगाया था नीट के बाद जो लिया,
आई के बाद,
हाँ सॉरी, आई के बाद जो लिया,
हाँ जी मैम वो तो लिया।
जो कोडॉन थियोरी वाला। सो उसमें बेसिकली जैसे हमने प्लान किया ना, सो दैट इज व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, यू हैव टू कीप रिवाइजिंग नाउ। जो आपने नोट्स ऑलरेडी बना रखे हैं उनको फटाफट से रिवाइज करना है, और साथ साथ प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस करने हैं। इफ यू फील वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट कि प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस बहुत अच्छे से हो गए हैं, देन यू कैन डू क्वेश्चन बैंक ऑल्सो, यू नो, कस्टम मॉड्यूल बना लो थोड़ा सा, एंड यू नो यू कीप डूइंग इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स एंड क्वेश्चन बैंक अलॉन्ग विद प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस। सो राइट नाउ योर स्ट्रेटजी हैज टू बी, फर्स्ट नोट्स को रैपिड रिविजन कर लो, फटाफट से नोट्स को पढ़ लिया, एंड साथ साथ प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस एंड एमसीक्यूज करते गए। सो मेक अ टाइम टेबल सच दैट यू नो टिल December 31st आप एक राउंड ऑफ रिविजन कर रहे हो फटाफट, एंड उसके बाद से यू आर अगेन स्टार्टिंग ऑफ विद द रिविजन, एंड दैट सेकंड टाइम अराउंड यू आर अगेन यू आर फोकस्ड ऑन द हाईएस्ट यील्ड टॉपिक्स, यू आर फोकस्ड ऑन प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस। सो ये इंपॉर्टेंट है कि पीवाईक्यू और पीवाईटीज, प्रीवियस ईयर टॉपिक्स, आर नॉट गोइंग रॉन्ग।
मैम एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन, फर्स्ट एड, सेरिबेलम एंड रैपिड रिवीजन की जो तीनों चीजें हैं, वो तीनों चीजें पढ़ रखी है, उसको कैसे सिंक्रोनाइज करके पढ़ें साथ में?
रैपिड रिविजन मतलब मेरा वाला रैपिड रिविजन या प्रेप वाला रैपिड रिविजन?
प्रेप वाला रैपिड रिवीजन।
तो प्रेप वाले रैपिड रिविजन और सेरिबेलम की नोट्स को साथ में पढ़ो, ठीक है, बिकॉज दोनों को एक जगह मर्ज करना वुड बी डिफिकल्ट। सो आरआर की नोट्स, सेरिबेलम की नोट्स, सब्जेक्ट वाइज इन नोट्स को पहले पढ़ो, ठीक है, एंड उसी में हाईलाइट करके रख दो कि यार अब जनवरी से फिर से जब मैं पढ़ूंगा तो ये चीजें ही खाली मोटी मोटी देखनी है, बाकी फर्स्ट अभी खत्म कर दो सब्जेक्ट वाइज। सो कीप रीडिंग बोथ ऑफ दोज रिसोर्सेज टुगेदर, दोनों कंबाइंड आर वेरी हाई, ओके। एंड फर्स्ट एड तो आपकी रहेगी, फर्स्ट एड इज लाइक ऑन अ डेली बेसिस यू आर डूइंग सम सिस्टम्स, है ना, या तो मेडिसिन के साथ फर्स्ट एड को खत्म कर दो, और बायोकेमिस्ट्री, माइक्रो, उन सब्जेक्ट्स के साथ उस सब्जेक्ट का फर्स्ट एड कर लो। तो फर्स्ट एड विल बी साइमल्टेनियस विथ यू नो व्हाटएवर सब्जेक्ट्स यू आर फॉलोइंग।
ओके ओके। और मैम जीटी मंथ में कितने दिन? लाइक
जीटी once in 15 days from this point.
हेलो मैम।
थैंक यू सो मच मैम, थैंक यू सो मच।
गुड इवनिंग मैम। मैम
हेलो
मैम, जस्ट वन क्वेश्चन मैम, मैम रैपिड रिवीजन आपका देखना है मैम, या प्रेप्टेड वाला रैपिड रिवीजन? कोई एक वन सोर्स अगर आप
नो, इट
बताओ।
डिपेंड्स कि अभी तक क्या करा है आपने जिंदगी में।
नहीं मैम, प्रेपलेटर किया है मैम पूरा, लेकिन अभी रिवाइज पूरा कंटेंट तो नहीं हो पाएगा मैम, तो आपका
अगर
रैपिड रिवीजन इज
किया है, see again enough वाली बात, if you have done
मतलब आपका एमईआर आरआर सारा देख लेने से हो जाएगा क्या मैम? बीटीआर और जो भी है मैम आपका
हो जाएगा, बट द थिंग इज आई डोंट वांट यू टू वेस्ट योर एफर्ट, है ना, आई डोंट वांट यू टू वेस्ट योर एफर्ट ऑफ डूइंग रेप लैडर। सो व्हाट आई वुड रिकमेंड इज मेरा रैपिड रिवीजन भी कर लो, एंड साथ साथ रेप लैडर का भी रैपिड रिवीजन कर लो, उतना टाइम तो है ना, टाइम तो है ही, व्हाई नॉट डू बोथ, व्हाई डू यू वांट टू वेस्ट योर एफर्ट, है ना। सो इट्स ऑलवेज गोना बी ग्रेट अगर आप दोनों ही देख लो, बिकॉज माय रैपिड रिवीजन इज हार्डली 2 hours per subject, you know, and that gives a lot of high yield information. तो
मैम आपका प्रीवियस पहले वाला रैपिड रिवीजन और अभी जो नया प्लस वाला है दोनों सेम है या?
अभी जो प्लस में है वो वाला, बिकॉज प्रीवियस इज नॉट कंप्लीट, है ना, वो थोड़े सब्जेक्ट्स ही है। सो नाउ जो प्लस में रैपिड रिवीजन है दैट्स अ 19 सब्जेक्ट रैपिड रिवीजन, तो वो कर लो, एंड साथ साथ ही उसी सब्जेक्ट का प्रेप लैडर रैपिड रिवीजन देख लो, अगर वीडियो भी नहीं देखना खाली नोट्स देख लो, ठीक है, एंड कंसोलिडेट इन वन प्लेस। जो मेरा पीडीएफ है प्लस प्रेप लैडर का जो नोट्स है, इन दोनों को मिला के एक रिसोर्स बना लो और बस उसी को रिवाइज करते रहो।
मेन नोट्स तो नहीं देखना है ना? मेन नोट्स नहीं देखने से भी चलेगा?
नॉट
मैम जीटी रिव्यू कैसे करना है एक बार वो बता दीजिएगा। बहुत
जीटी रिव्यू
मतलब
ना एक फटाफट करना है, उसी दिन में देख लो, डू नॉट स्प्रेड इट ओवर 1 वीक की हर रोज 50 क्वेश्चन देख रहे हो, ऐसा ना फिर वो
मैम
छूट
जो
जाएगा।
जो रॉन्ग होता है वो मतलब नोट डाउन करना है मैम सेपरेट कॉपी में, या बुक मार्क करना है, कैसे करना है?
गो टू द प्राइमरी रिसोर्स है ना, उसको देख लो एक बार कि कैसा
अच्छा
क्वेश्चन गलत हुआ है। इफ यू फील कि यार बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है जो गलत हुआ है, जो याद नहीं आ रहा था, गो बैक टू योर ओरिजिनल नोट्स एंड गिव इन 10 minutes and yeah, English only I'm replying. So basically go back to your primary notes and just revise, all right, that topic such that you do not make that same mistake again. Now there will be a lot of questions which are just factual questions which you have not read, you have not come across that fact. Go back to the primary subject, just on the first page, note down that one line. So the whole idea is do not make a separate book for GT review, because that book will always remain untouched. You will never be able to revise because that's just haphazard. Every subject is in there, so you will not feel like revising that. So that is one tip, that do not make a separate book for GT review, क्योंकि वो useless
एंड मैम TNT भी करना है मैम, टेस्ट एंड डिस्कशन?
ना,
कोई
इतना
भी
कर लो,
एक
बहुत है, इतना कर लो, इतना
टेस्ट एंड डिस्कशन नहीं चाहिए ना?
नो नो, नहीं, कितना करेंगे, है ना।
और एक मैम क्रेजी क्वेश्चन, सॉरी मैम, हाउ मेनी आवर्स आप डू यू वी नीड स्लीप एक्चुअली? बहुत लोग कोई 5 आवर्स, कोई 7 आवर्स, कोई
वो
8 आवर्स,
अपना
मतलब
अपना है, मुझे तो 8 चाहिए थे और मेरा रैंक 1 आ गया, तो
मतलब
8 ही ले लो।
नहीं मैम नहीं मैम, बहुत लोग बहुत कम कम सोते हैं, तो मतलब डर लग जाता है कि इतना कम सो के भी पढ़ रहे हैं, मतलब कैसे पढ़ रहे हैं, मतलब विश्वास ही नहीं होता है। मतलब मुझे भी 8 चाहिए मैम, इसीलिए पूछ रही
बस 8
हूँ।
परफेक्ट।
ओके मैम, थैंक्स अ लॉट मैम।
Tips for advance.
हेलो
Ma'am,
मैम,
ma'am, tips.
हेलो
गुड
मैम,
इवनिंग
हेलो
गाइस।
मैम,
हेलो
मैम
मैम, एक ही क्वेश्चन है।
बताओ बताओ।
Hello, good evening, ma'am.
सो गुड इवनिंग मैम। सो मैं बेसिकली पोस्ट इंटर्न हूँ एंड मेरे सारे बैचमेट्स ने दे स्टार्टेड प्रिपेयरिंग सिंस बहुत महीनों से एंड मैंने अभी शुरू किया है। सो वो एंजाइटी को ड्यू टू पर्सनल रीजंस तो मैं शुरू नहीं कर पाई, तो अभी बहुत ज़्यादा एंजाइटी होती है उनसे कंपेयर करके कि वो कितना आगे है और मैं कितना पीछे हूँ। तो मैं आप ही का रिवीजन फॉलो करने वाली हूँ, पूरा रैपिड रिवीजन एंड होमवर्क एंड मर्ज भी देख रही हूँ। सो आई डोंट नो हाउ टू डील विद द एंजाइटी। इट्स नॉट फोमो, इट्स जस्ट कि दे आर वेरी बहुत आगे हैं मुझसे और मैं पीछे हूँ।
In life, no, it is never, especially for PG entrance, the sad truth is that your effort in your preparation is not always proportional to the kind of result that you will get. Okay, so ये बात को याद रखो, and your friends, just mute, no, somebody की वॉइस वापस आ गई। सो एक तो ये फोमो हटा, एक जस्ट अ सेकंड, लेट मी जस्ट सॉर्ट दिस। या सो एक तो ये फोमो हटा दो, दैट यू आर बिहाइंड, बिकॉज हियर देयर इज नो फॉरवर्ड, देयर इज नो बिहाइंड, इट इज जस्ट द रैंक लिस्ट which makes you in that order, which is also not very fair. So all you have to do is keep doing your own effort. Do not compare yourself with others, because this is a very personal journey and it's never कि अभी जो आगे है वो हमेशा आगे ही रहेगा, so that is never what it translates into. In fact, you can be much ahead of them eventually, if you do the right things, right? So ये बहुत ही subjective journey होता है, बहुत ही personal journey होता है. So just be on your own stuff, do the right things, follow the right strategy, and you will do well. Stop comparing yourself to others, because you have to write your own.
वही थोड़ा मुश्किल हो रहा है।
तो देखो ही मत, वो क्या कर रहे हैं, तुम अपना करो आराम से एंड पढ़ते रहो बस, है ना, क्योंकि एग्जाम तो तुम्हें लिखना है, उसे कंपेयर करके क्या हो जाएगा। सो जस्ट फोकस ऑन योर ओन जर्नी, डू योर बेस्ट एवरी सिंगल डे, एंड जस्ट फॉरगेट अबाउट व्हाट अदर्स आर डूइंग।
और मैम,
Ma'am,
इज इट नेसेसरी
one
कि मैं
question,
इस
ma'am.
साल तक जीती, तो एक ही लास्ट
Ma'am,
क्वेश्चन है।
one question, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hi, ma'am.
एक ही
Ma'am,
क्वेश्चन।
Ma'am,
Hello,
one,
good
जी
evening,
tips
हाँ,
for
ma'am.
interns,
good
one
evening,
question.
ma'am. Ma'am, how?
जीपी जो है वो अभी इस पॉइंट पे देना, इज इट नेसेसरी और कैन आई डू इट आफ्टर आई
Complete
होल्डिंग
one
सब्जेक्ट्स
round of
कंप्लीट कर
revision,
लूँ?
complete at least half subjects, and then start giving once in a month initially, and then once in 15 days.
थैंक यू सो
Hello,
मच
ma'am.
मैम।
Hello,
Okay.
good evening,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Hello,
Good
ma'am.
evening,
Good
ma'am.
Hello,
evening.
good
Ma'am,
evening, ma'am.
ma'am,
Ma'am,
I've
ma'am,
completed my
one
first
doubt.
reading
Good evening,
and
ma'am.
the previous questions.
Ma'am,
I'm here
Hello,
only.
ma'am.
Don't worry, I am here.
Hi,
सबसे
yeah,
last
ma'am. Ma'am, I'm a post.
Yeah, Jobin, tell me.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. I'm a post intern, and I've completed my first reading and previous questions also. And my doubt is, ma'am, ki what next? Should I keep my notes as my primary? Like I've handwritten notes, it is. So should I keep my notes as primary and do custom modules for question bank, or do the whole Q bank and keep my notes as secondary?
No, keep your notes as primary and keep doing question bank, and whatever are the extra points that you find in the question bank, keep adding on to your primary notes, because your handwritten notes are the best resource for revision. Question bank is never meant for revision. It's meant for a revision in the sense that you are testing what is the material you've read and how well do you remember. So for your primary studying and primary revision, it always has to be your notes, and question bank, you're just testing how well you remember your notes. Okay, so whatever are the lacuna, you go back to your notes and add those points, highlight those points, revise those points. But primary resource at the back of your mind always has to be the notes and not question bank.
My question bank is very extensive. Is custom modules enough?
Yeah, custom modules. By question bank, I mean custom modules.
Okay,
So
thank you.
revise your notes and do custom modules, and keep going back to your notes to add extra points.
Yes, ma'am. And ma'am, I'm planning on giving 1 GT per week. Like my GT skills are pretty bad, time management and all. Is it okay?
Yeah. I mean, once in 2 weeks is fair enough, but yeah, to start off, if you have a problem, you can do once a week, and then if you feel okay, then keep giving once in 2 weeks, I think.
Hello, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
One tip for it, ma'am.
Ma'am, good
Ma'am, I have a
evening.
question, ma'am.
Rupesh. No, who's asking?
Hello,
Ask
yes,
us.
ma'am.
Hello,
I
ma'am.
had a doubt regarding count. Hello,
Ma'am, um,
ma'am.
ma'am, one question.
Ma'am.
Ma'am, actually, I had started. Ma'am, actually, I had started my preparation initially from Marrow. I had completed reading its, seeing the videos and everything. But now, since it is so vast, it is very difficult to revise. So just before INICT, I had seen your BTR videos, and like I was able to attempt the paper pretty well, I think. So I don't know about the results though, but ma'am, how to proceed for NEET? Like, should I go and watch Marrow? Should I proceed with Marrow, or should I attend your UCC, or should I buy RR subscription and proceed with that? Too confused about it.
Confusion is very valid, and lots of you are confused about the same thing. So, see, if you've done Marrow videos well, फिर I would suggest कि उसी को follow करो. But if you have done ऐसे आधा हुआ आधा नहीं हुआ, done halfway, then I would suggest that you can change your resource. Okay, so if you've done Marrow, like once you've completed but you have not been able to revise, do Marrow revision videos. Okay, but in case you feel that that is not, and in addition to Marrow revision videos, because you've come here, you do one Midnight Express and target of the day, right? So that is something which will be the bonus, which will be your extra edge. That will push your rank further because you're focusing on the important topics. So you can do Marrow revision videos along with one Midnight Express and target of the day on a day to day. If if you
And ma'am, like about integrating the notes, how can we integrate your PDF notes along with our like handwritten or sometimes the pre-printed notes that are available? And how can we solve question bank also along with it? Like it's too much on the platter and uh,
let me give you an example. See, suppose I am studying forensic. All right. So for forensic, I have three resources. One, I have the rapid revision, which I have taken. All right. So that is going to be something which I start off with. If I was in your place, what I would do? I would open rapid revision of plus of forensic, which I have taken. It's a 2-hour class, which is covering, it's a 4-hour class. I mean, there are two classes of 2 hours each, which is covering forensic. So I would first read that and I would master those topics, and those PDFs will remain handy in a separate folder, which I'm always going to revise because my videos have a lot of images. Okay, so that is something which always has to be revised. So that is one. Apart from that, you have your own set of handwritten notes. That is the second thing that you use. Now that is something that you will read after you've seen my rapid revision video. Okay, so whatever are the extra points, those you will highlight कि यार ये चीजें हैं which has not been covered in ma'am's video, and these I will just quickly give it a read, and whatever is important I'll make a dabba around it, and that is what I have to revise. Now comes third thing, which is question bank. So after I've done my resources, पढ़ाई हो गई, Now I want to test कि यार याद हो रहा है, समझ आ रहा है. Now I will go to question bank. So in question bank now, obviously complete question bank you can't do for forensic, you don't have the time, so you make a custom module out of it of important topics, previous year topics. When you attempt that custom module, maybe do 100 questions, in 2 hours, 2 hours 100 questions, fair enough time. Set yourself that challenge, फटाफट से सारे questions करो. See if you are able to cover with your notes plus RR. Mostly you will be able to cover. जो cover नहीं हो रहा, see where you are going wrong. Revision मतलब fact याद नहीं आ रहा, or it's a new information. If it's a new information, add to existing notes. If fact याद नहीं आ रहा, revise that fact. So that way you have completely covered everything and you have completely done forensic. So I think this is for common to all. सबको ये डाउट है कि फोमो हो रहा है मैम, इतना कुछ है कि समझ नहीं आ रहा क्या करे, isn't it? So this is something, this is how you approach it. RR से start करो, उसको master करो. After that do the second thing and then attempt questions to check कि यार सब cover हो रहा है या नहीं.
और मैम यूसीसी में क्या होगा, ये बहुत मेरे पास कलेक्टिव डाउट्स है मैम. मेरे पास सबकी कलेक्टिव डाउट्स है.
अच्छा
पहला यूसीसी क्या है मतलब, और वो आर अगर ले रखा है तो क्या उसमें मतलब आप क्या करवाएंगी यूसीसी में?
रुको दिखाती हूँ क्या करवाऊंगी. Yeah, so this is how we are planning. So these are the 5 days, because you're all asking. Actually, this Unacademy Meet is not the right place to discuss, but just quickly 2 minutes I'll tell you. So these are the 5 days in which I've divided the subjects. ठीक है, तो हर एक subject को it's gonna be from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. ठीक है, तो हर एक subject को mostly we will give 2 to 3 hours and we'll revise each of these subjects in a very high manner. Like this is micro. Alright, so I'm just showing you the base PPT which I'm working on. So these are the images and इसमें मैं फटाफट important points बता दूंगी जो एग्जाम में आए हुए हैं. So this is previous year question. So this is like 5 days में rapid crash course of all the 19 subjects. Okay, that we will be doing. So this you can. And again, इसमें कोई फोमो की बात नहीं है, अगर नहीं भी करे तो कोई बात नहीं. If you are doing rapid revision of plus, ये content तो cover हो ही रहा है. Alright, so if you are not doing, it's okay. But if you want a rapid revision कि यार फटाफट से 5 दिन में कैसे revise करे सब कुछ, then I think this is very high. And if you have done, once you've covered and you want that edge कि सब कुछ एक साथ लाना है, that will give you a very big confidence boost basically. तो उसके लिए करो, but नहीं कर रहे तो कोई फोमो की बात नहीं है इसमें.
ओके मैम, और अगर
मैम चांसेस है क्या कि आगे वापस होगा ये क्लास?
क्या
मैम, अगर कोई अभी तक किसी और सोच से पढ़ रहा है और वो अब अपना सोच चेंज करना चाह रहा है कि मैम ज़ैनब मैम का हम आरआर कर लेते हैं, बाकी सब छोड़ दें क्या, तो उसके लिए क्या सजेस्ट करेंगे आप?
मैं यही सजेस्ट करूंगी कि कर लो, बट पूरा छोड़ो. जो एफर्ट किया है ना उसको कभी भी छोड़ना नहीं चाहिए लाइफ में. तो जो भी पुराना रिसोर्स है ना, आरआर तो कर लो, बट जो पुराना रिसोर्स उसको छोड़ क्यों रहे हो? इट्स नेवर ऑल और नन ना, कि मतलब या तो सब कर लेंगे या कुछ नहीं करेंगे, एक ही चीज करेंगे. तो ये भी कर लो एंड साथ साथ थोड़ा थोड़ा पुराना देख लो कि यार क्या एक्स्ट्रा था इसमें, तो उसको भी थोड़ा थोड़ा ऐड कर दो. राइट, सो स्टार्ट ऑफ विथ आरआर. अगर इतना डर लग रहा है कि यार पहले क्या किया समझ ही नहीं आ रहा कुछ, तो स्टार्ट विथ आरआर एंड देन you can add on to your you can go back to your original notes and see whatever is extra, you can keep adding on to the RR notes, so
मैम आपके नोट्स में ऐड करना है ना, जो भी
मेरे
नया
नोट्स में भी
मटेरियल
ऐड कर सकते हो, अपने एग्जिस्टिंग नोट्स में भी ऐड कर सकते हो, बट आरआर के पीडीएफ को अलग ही रखो बिकॉज उसमें इमेजेस है वो
लाइक जैसे आपकी आरआर है और पेपलेडर की आरआर है, दोनों एक जगह हम लोग को करना है, तो मतलब आपका नोट में इंटीग्रेट
एक जगह नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि मेरे पीडीएफ्स तो आपको रिवाइज करनी है बिकॉज दे हैव अ लॉट ऑफ इमेजेस, और आरआर का नोट्स भी अलग से रखो. Right, so both of the notes.
What about TOTD and MER, ma'am? We are following the TOTD and MER. While we need to take notes, or we can download the PDF, ma'am. Actually, all the MER are very high stuff, and whether it's better to go by taking notes or better to follow PDFs, ma'am. What would you suggest at this time, ma'am?
Yeah, it's completely up to you. See, if you're comfortable revising from PDF, a lot of people like myself, I am more comfortable when I write on a piece of paper and I revise from that notes, So I develop my memory when I'm writing. In fact, you will not believe, when I take a rapid revision and I'm revising my own class, I will still write. Okay, I will still write my own notes, which I have taught. Okay, so I will write that and then I will keep.
Because after completing the daily schedule of RR videos and then going on to TOTD and finally coming to MER, there is less time of having to complete the notes and then revising also, which would be best, and there is no time for questions also, ma'am. So that's why.
So you don't have write everything. See, when I say write, you don't have to write like every single line. Write on buzzwords. So in one page, you're summarizing the entire class, such that just going back to it when you are about to sleep in the night, just read that piece of paper wherein you've written the most volatile stuff. Okay, so when I say write, just write down the most important points and then quickly scroll through the PDF. It will take you what 5 minutes. Okay, so just do that. Everything that you are watching on one piece of paper, just write highlight points and keep the PDF handy. Before you go to sleep, just revise both of those things, or next day morning before you start off, just revise that thing. All right, that is something which is going to be very important.
मैम लास्ट
हेलो मैम
बैकलॉग
गुड
मैम
इवनिंग
लास्ट
मैम
वीक में
कैसे
हेलो
कोई
मैम
रैपिड रिवीजन विल बी बेनिफिशियल और मैम
हेलो मैम
कैलकुलेटर का
मैम
मैम सारा तो एक
मेरे
साथ
को डाउट है
मैम
जैसे कि
बैकलॉग
मैम सारा तो एक
बारी
साथ
नहीं आ रही
नहीं
मैम
कर सकते
Hello, ma'am.
हेलो
बैकलॉग्स को
मैम
मैम
आपका
एक्चुअली तो दो
मैम
घंटे
लास्ट
यार
एग्जाम का लास्ट 15 डेज में योर रैपिड रिवीजन विल बी बेनिफिशियल और प्रेपलेटर सब मैम सारा तो एक साथ नहीं देख सकते ना मैम कोई एक ही रिसोर्स फॉलो करना होगा ना मैम इसीलिए पूछ रही हूँ मैं लास्ट 15 डेज में मैम क्या करना है मैम
लास्ट 15 डेज में आपको दोनों में से कुछ नहीं देखना, अभी देखना है. व्हेन यू सी राइट नाउ रैपिड रिवीजन ऑफ प्रेप और माय रैपिड रिवीजन, वॉट एवर यू आर सीइंग, आपके पास अपने आप ही मटेरियल बन जाएगा. So you don't have to rewatch the video again. Now you are just revising the notes. Last 15 days, you can never go back and revisit all the videos ever again. Okay, so you have to now make the notes and summarize notes of my rapid revision or prep ladder rapid revision, whatever you followed, or if you followed both, try and keep them both together. Ki PDF handy hai, iske notes handy hai. In the last 15 days, you're revising those notes, not the videos again. Videos last में
PDF दोनों का
VTR videos देखने हैं लास्ट में.
हेलो मैम मैम
और
नहीं,
MER
MER
MKT
MKT
सारा ही
अभी
देखना है ना
देखना है डेली बेसिस पे. एंड में कैसे देखोगे सब कुछ, देख ही नहीं सकते. तो वही तो अभी का एक्सरसाइज है. दैट्स व्हाई वी आर डूइंग देम नाउ, वन पर डे, सच दैट यू विल कंसोलिडेट देम इन योर नोट्स एंड देन इन द एंड यू जस्ट रिवाइज योर नोट्स. तो मोर MKT के जो अभी हम डेली टारगेट्स कर रहे हैं, ऑल ऑफ यू गाइस, द डेली टारगेट दैट वी आर फॉलोइंग, फोकस ऑन योर ओन नोट्स. उसको अपने नोट्स में ही डाल दो, ठीक है, वो सारा इंफॉर्मेशन, एंड कीप दोस PDFs हैंडी. तो PDFs रिवाइज कर लिए एंड में और अपने नोट्स रिवाइज कर लिए. सो ऑल योर मोर MKT मटेरियल गेट्स कवर्ड. एज फार एज वीडियोस आर कंसर्न, ओनली सी BTR videos in the last 15 days.
Ma'am, I started my preparation in August and I have completed first read of most major subjects, but some minor subjects like FMT and Derma and anesthesia are still left. But I am following your RR, and from those I felt like I could solve most MCQs. So what should I do? Should I follow your schedule right now, or should I first complete those subjects whose first reading is left?
वही हर्ष हो ना, क्लास वाले.
हाँ.
तो तुम खाली RR वाले RR को ही करो, एंड वॉट एवर आर द सब्जेक्ट्स व्हिच आर रिमेनिंग, उन सब्जेक्ट्स को साथ साथ करते जाओ. जैसे अभी RR में ब्रेक है ना, 10 डेज, कोई RR में इनकम्प्लीट सब्जेक्ट्स खत्म कर लो तब तक.
ठीक है. और मैम फिजियोलॉजी के लिए मैम फर्स्ट एड काफी रहेगा क्या, क्योंकि समझ नहीं आता फिजियोलॉजी.
फर्स्ट एड काफी रहेगा, बट फर्स्ट एड में ना हैफ हैजार्ड, लाइक सिस्टम वाइज है ना, इट्स नॉट इन वन प्लेस कंप्लीट फिजियो. सो आपका मतलब मोटा मोटा तो हो जाएगा, बट जनरल फिजियो विल बी लेफ्ट आउट ना.
मैम प्रेप RR.
तो मतलब आई थिंक डांस वाले मैम अच्छे हैं. यू कैन डू DVT, है ना, तो DVT कर लो एंड
हाँ DVT
कर लो.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Expecting a radiodiagnostic sheet to be used in INI-CT, ma'am.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am.
You want radio?
So, should I wait for NEET 2023 to get a seat in like Delhi College? Like, is it worth it, ma'am?
No. What? I didn't get your pass.
Ma'am, I am expecting a radiodiagnostic seat in a peripheral claims, ma'am, like this INI-CT. So, should I wait for NEET 2023 to get a radiodiagnostic sheet
This
from Delhi?
INI-CT result?
Like, is it worth it to do it from like VMMC, ma'am? Ma'am, I'm expecting a decent result, ma'am.
So let result come and then we decide, no, because you will know for sure what seat you are getting and then you can take an informed decision. So abhi to first let INI-CT result come, then you give NEET, let NEET result come, and then you decide which is better.
Ma'am, then we won't be having these sessions, no, ma'am. So,
so obviously
there won't
without
be any time
knowing
left to ask.
Hello.
this is like So I would suggest in that case you take radio diagnosis in AIMS Delhi. Okay, if you are just talking about
No,
stuff,
ma'am,
then
ma'am,
take
please.
radio AIMS only.
Hello.
But you are
Good evening, ma'am.
AIMS radio.
That's not going to happen. No, like
Okay. You take peripheral AIMS radio. I think that is better. And
ma'am, I might
if
get a BBSR, Bhubaneswar, and maybe. Like,
हाँ तो वो ले लेना, वो बढ़िया है. And then
so,
बस एक बार
हाँ,
if you like it, then no need to give NEET only.
yes,
Hello,
ma'am.
ma'am. I just have
Hello.
one quick question.
Hello, ma'am.
For FMG,
Hello,
Hello,
ma'am.
ma'am. I want.
Hello, ma'am.
MER,
Ma'am,
Ma'am, please. Yeah. Hello.
ma'am.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, please take some question of FMG, ma'am.
I just have one quick question.
Hello.
For JAN
Hello, ma'am.
FMG, can we use MER for PSM subject? Or
MER
is
for
it much?
very specific. No, I have only done PSM. I have done one MKT. There's one MKT of PSM, which is called Prio of screening, epidemiology, and biostats. That is more than sufficient for FMG. Just do that. That's like a 2-hour class. Just do that, and that part of your PSM gets covered. But everything else in PSM, I'm not covered in more. I've done biomedical waste, so you can do biomedical waste management, and you can do these numerical wala tough part
Committees
of
and all have
PSM.
also been covered.
Yeah,
Committees and all have also been
yeah,
covered.
yeah. So those minor topics you can cover, but
Hello, ma'am. Hello,
programs
ma'am.
and all are
Good
not
evening,
covered
ma'am.
in PSM.
Hello. Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. I don't have idea about MER and BTR. Could you please explain from where I can get it and how should I start it? After INICT, I'm hearing a lot about it. So please, could you
How
let me
nice
know?
of you to have come here and take the orientation. So you have Midnight Express, you have must know topics, you have BTR that you must have heard of, which is Buri Tarah Ratto. And now the Buri Tarah Ratto, just forget about it right now. You have to focus on Midnight Express and must know topics. So to make it simple for you, what I have done is you now today join Telegram group, which is NEET PG.
Ma'am, मेरा उठाना next call.
ठीक है. ठीक
Yes,
है.
ma'am.
उसके बाद वो after that, very answer करने दो. After that, what you have to do is daily and targets. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm posting these targets, so keep seeing these on a daily basis. Okay, so you will be able to cover everything. Okay, by that.
Ma'am,
So
I
So
have
all
one
these
question.
available on Telegram group.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
I am not going to ask you that
Hello.
what is MER, MKT,
Hello.
BTR. I have seen each and everything since past
Ma'am, I
1.5
have
years
one
like
more
that.
question, please,
Just
ma'am.
wanted to talk to you
Ma'am,
for
wait,
some
Ma'am, I
time
just
and
have
ask
one
what is
question.
Ma'am, one
How
more
many
question,
total
ma'am.
profit
number of
RR plus
revisions is
subject.
required before NEET
Mandatory,
PG?
How many number?
mandatory to do your entire
Okay,
field
okay,
back,
calm
ma'am.
down, people. How many number of revision for NEET PG? 3. So till December 1, to that January to Feb, I mean Jan to Feb 1, and then Feb to March 1.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good
And it is
evening,
a
ma'am.
filtering thing. Every time you keep doing most volatile stuff.
Ma'am,
Okay, next.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, हर
ma'am,
ma'am,
subject
how
में
many MCQs to solve every
कितना
day?
gap
तो
रखना
कैसे
चाहिए
करना है?
revisions?
मैम एक बात देख
मैम
लो
हर
मैम, आप
सब्जेक्ट के अंदर
पूरे
कितना दिन का
हैंडरिटन
गैप
है मेरे
रखना
पास
चाहिए
है,
सो
3
दैट
आवर
याद
की
रहे फॉर अ
वीडियो
लॉन्गर टाइम?
हैंडरिटन पीडीएफ एनी वन
Ma'am,
यू
थोड़ा
जस्ट वांटेड टू टॉक टू यू
ma'am, how
एक
to
एक यू
prepare
मैम
for the
मेरा कॉल
INCT
उठा
next
लो.
session?
मैम आप ही चूज कर लो।
हाँ बताओ, एक जना बताओ कोई.
Ma'am,
Good
you
ma'am,
can
आपने
complete
कहा
your
कि
revision
अभी शुरू करा है,
course and
तो
Ma'am,
anatomy is
it's
yet to come.
mandatory
तो
to do
अगर
I
the
just
entire
want
Please
to know
field
prepare for
bank
the
we
INCT,
can
ma'am.
चलो
wait
एक
till
एक
that
but
or
while
should I
मैंने
doing the
कुछ सुनाई
MCQ,
दिया.
the
बता.
bank questions will not get that.
Ma'am, how to prepare for the INCT?
अच्छा
Hello.
है नहीं जी होगी.
Ma'am, I have one request. Can you please
For
answer
the
my
next,
questions regarding
next
मैम
analysis?
क्लासमेट और डाउट सेक्शन में मेरा क्वेश्चन नहीं सॉल्व कर रहे, मैम
ma'am,
याद तो उठा लो मेरा मेरा सवाल. मैम
medicine.
आपका देखिए मर बीटीआर एमकेटी पूरा हैंड रिटन है, सब कुछ लिख के रखिएगा हूँ मैम. फिर उसके बाद रैपिड रिवीजन आरआर का मैं अनअकैडमी सब्सक्रिप्शन अब नहीं चाहिए, बस एनोटेटेड पीडीएफ पोस्ट कर रहे व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप पे. सो आई एम वाचिंग ऑन दोज वीडियोज एंड ऑल ऑफ योर मर्ज एंड मैरो नोट्स है. इतना सब बस है क्या नहीं, कुछ नहीं है. एंड वन मोर क्वेश्चन, अभी एक सीपीजी नया ऐप है मैम, आई एम रेगुलरली गिविंग डेली टेस्ट ऑन दिस, आई एम प्रीटी लाइकिंग इट, तो आप उस पर कमेंट करना मैम.
उस पर तो मैं कमेंट नहीं कर सकती बिकॉज मुझे पता नहीं वो क्या है. अच्छा लग रहा है तो करते रहो. एंड बाकी जो आपने करा है वो बहुत ही बढ़िया करा है. यू हैव हैंड रिटन नोट्स ऑफ एवरीथिंग, सो जस्ट कीप रिवाइजिंग अलोंग विथ मैरो. तो बहुत ही बढ़िया है. यू आर ऑन द राइट ट्रैक. Let me answer. I got your doubts. Most likely, most of your doubts would be covered. Okay, so one person is asking what to do anatomy, one person is asking how to do medicine, and one is about FMG. Okay, so I'll just answer in these three broad headings. So first, remember, as far as anatomy is concerned, do anatomy with images. Okay, so what you can do, something that I like personally is YouTube videos of Ashwini Kumar sir. So you can definitely do them. They're all free videos. Do them along with the rapid revision which I have taken. Baki, for plus subscribers, we'll be doing anatomy in the month of December. So you can follow those two classes along with YouTube videos of Ashwini sir. I think anat should be covered. Anat ko selective karo, do not go into the depths, otherwise it becomes very depressive. Okay, so that is about anat. As far as medicine is concerned, I already addressed it. Do a rapid revision video from any source that you followed, whether it's Marrow, Prep, Unacademy. Do the rapid revision video and combine it with first aid. If you have followed me on plus subscription, the current integrated batch we are doing, just do that for medicine along with first aid and question bank. It should be enough. Okay, so
And previous year question, right? On the previous year question, Cuban, if we exclude the previous question, it will do na, ma'am, for medicine.
Repeated this year, ma'am.
Ma'am, your YouTube integrated session, can we do that if we don't have Prime
Ma'am,
membership?
for medicine, please. Ma'am,
Yes,
medicine
ma'am,
के लिए
everything
आपने
is
जो
कैसे करनी है
Cuban बोला,
medicine?
Cuban
No,
नहीं
but
करती
that's
मैम
not
also.
enough. YouTube videos are just one very brief thing, so it won't be a supplement of the plus subscription, but you can see why not. I mean, but it's not something which is very high in the YouTube
Ma'am, for
video.
medicine, you told na, ma'am.
मैम
Cuban,
क्यों
Cuban
कैसे
is
करना है?
difficult,
आप मेरे
ma'am.
को अगर
On
मैं
the
मिस्टर
previous year
बैंक
question,
मैरो
we'll
का
do na, ma'am, for medicine.
मैम क्यू बैंक कैसे करना है मैरो का आप बता
मैम
दिए. मेन
medicine
क्यू
का
बैंक करना है या फिर
Cuban,
कस्टमर यूज
मैम
करना है?
previous year
मॉड्यूल
करने से
करो
चलेगा मैम.
क्वेश्चन बैंक. काफी लोग बोल रहे हैं क्वेश्चन बैंक के बारे में. सो डू कस्टम मॉड्यूल्स ओनली बिकॉज यू कांट कंप्लीट द एंटायर क्वेश्चन बैंक. इफ यू हैव टाइम, इफ यू डोंट हैव, यू आर नॉट अपीयरिंग फॉर नीट पीजी 2023, फिर कर लो पूरा क्वेश्चन बैंक. बट इफ यू आर नॉट, then I mean if you are, then you just do custom modules subject wise.
Ma'am, good evening. Ma'am,
मैम उसमें कवर
You
हो
don't
जाएगा
have
सब
time,
इम्पोर्टेंट
right? That
कस्टम
is very
मॉड्यूल्स में.
important to
आपके
understand.
what
Time
टास्क अनअकैडमी में
limiting factor
बहुत ही
है, right?
रैंडमली
So do the
अवेलेबल है.
important, है ना?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am. Thank you.
ma'am, this is about residency,
I'm
and
doing,
I'm very confused what to
repeat,
do. I've taken my USMLE step one, and I cleared NEET 2022, and I took admission in surgery DNB, but I left it. So I'm not sure what to do next. I am really passionate about surgery, and initially I was thinking of going to the US, but everybody says that getting surgery is very difficult there. So I was thinking if I could prepare again for NEET 2023 and take up surgery here, and meanwhile do my research during my PG days. Is it possible, or is it a good idea, ma'am? I would like to take your advice on this.
See, if your aim is to do surgery in life, it does not really matter if you're doing it from US or India to a certain extent. Obviously, the lifestyle there and all are obviously going to be better. But yes, getting surgery in US is going to be difficult. Okay, so I would rather advise you to prepare for NEET PG. If staying in India, you are not like an anti-Indian medical system person. If you're not that kind of a person, then attempt NEET PG and take surgery if possible.
I'm also, very confused. Like, which college should I target? My rank was 9K in 2022.
So just wait for rank of this, and then we can decide. No, so wait for rank of this. Then you never target. I mean hospitals. No, you prepare for the best possible exam, and then you take wherever is the best possible seat. You are getting.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
मैं आपका
Ma'am, I
आ
am
रहा है
from a
ट्वेंटी बोल रही
private
हूँ.
medical college
मेरा
and
नाम थोड़ा सा अलग है
3
मैम,
साल
प्लीज
के
कीजिएगा.
gap के बाद अभी शुरू हुआ.
Last year I got
So,
a
ma'am,
rank of around 30K, ma'am, in NEET PG 2022. So this year I'm actually again repeating, ma'am, but due to many family issues, ma'am, hitting me hard, met with an accident, and my aunt with SVT and all, ma'am. Only completed around first year and second prop subjects, ma'am. Still remaining third year and final prop subjects and short subjects are all remaining, ma'am. But my GT scores, but I'm giving GT scores around monthly twice or thrice, ma'am. Though I'm not able to study, but still my scores are around 110 only, ma'am. 100 to 110 correct response, ma'am. So being a repeater with DAMS notes and Marrow QB, this, I don't know whether this I'm up to the mark or I don't know at what level I'm. It's a like every day I feel like from tomorrow I have to be like from next week. If something hits hard, and last week I met with an accident, ma'am, like my grandma. So I went with an grandma and admitted her, and I stayed with her and discharged her. Everything it came, and for 2 months my aunt got an SVT, and I admitted her in a tertiary hospital, ma'am, and done for a RF radio frequency ablation, and like something all went came, and again now initiate simply for namesake I just attempted, ma'am, this time. And again now I'm starting preparation with remaining final prof and for short subjects and third year subjects, ma'am, with GT scores of 100 to 110 correct response, ma'am. So
See, you are on the right track only. Don't worry, you're not doing anything wrong. See, everybody will have problems in life. It's very unfortunate that you've had a lot of these problems. So just give yourself that credit that you are fighting so much and still you are doing well and still you are focused in your preparation. So first of all, give yourself that credit. Apart from that, whatever you're doing is good. You are still maintaining 110, will slowly improve. So you keep revising those notes again. You have still not covered so many subjects, so 110 with that is it's pretty awesome. So what you have to do is you keep doing the other subjects, make a schedule for yourself such that you are covering short subjects in 2 to 3 days, and you are covering the larger subjects in 4 to 5 days. So make a schedule, do not work haphazardly. So make a schedule such that every short subject, so you can first complete short subjects, so that way your GT score will improve drastically. Okay. So first complete 3 days may every short subject of final year, so that you cover a lot of ground, and after that whatever are the remaining subjects, 4 to 5 days keep finishing them with DAMS notes and Marrow custom modules, right? And you can keep seeing One Midnight Express every day,
yeah,
so that will
I have just started
Hello,
just
ma'am. Hello,
watching
ma'am.
Midnight Express, ma'am.
yes.
Good evening,
Like
ma'am.
my times I feel like my GT scores, I don't know whether it is really, ma'am, but up to the mark or don't know, ma'am, because my regular
No, it is up to the mark and it will improve only with time. So you don't have to be worried about the scores. You just have to see the progress. You have to keep improving, and you will improve once you complete the subjects, right? So to answer your question, it is up to the mark at this point.
Thank you.
Hello,
Good
ma'am.
evening,
Hello.
ma'am. Ma'am,
Ma'am,
एक
sorry.
एग्जाम में स्कोर कैसे करना है?
Just one more thing, just hear me out. So there is, you guys will be getting one mail में one code. So those of you who were looking for subscription, no, you will get 30% off, and that was the surprise that probably few of you were waiting for. So you can just enroll and you'll get 30% off for 6 months subscription, or for Plus. All right, not for Iconic, for Plus for more than 6 months. That code would be valid and it would be mailed to you. All right, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, go on.
Hello,
Good
ma'am. I'm
evening,
very
ma'am.
grateful
मैं
to thank
अभी
you,
Actually,
ma'am.
I wanted to ask,
प्रिपरेशन शुरू
ma'am, I
कर रहा
never
हूँ
made
एंड
handwritten notes.
Hello, ma'am.
आफ्टर
I have the
हेलो
just now I did the subscription of Plus, but ma'am, I never made handwritten notes, and I only did the Q Bank, but ma'am, I could not revise, so that was the like major issue this time. And ma'am, so can I just do the PDF of your RR videos and the MKTs?
Absolutely. If you are not in the habit of doing a handwritten notes, it's okay. I mean, it's not like you have to do. So just see the PDFs, keep revising the PDFs, and what you can do is just keep one piece of paper or one copy where you're writing down buzzwords. You're writing down volatile facts, and that will help you with a quick review before you start tomorrow's stuff or you go off to sleep. Just go through that one piece of paper and see what all you've written, and if you have that recall, so that will help you with the immediate recall.
गुड इवनिंग मैम
Hello,
मैम
ma'am.
Thank you so
ताला
much,
जी
ma'am. I
Hello,
love you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
सिर्फ इतना
Ma'am,
पूछना है कि
Go, Vibhul,
ma'am.
you are saying?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
Ma'am, ma'am, मेरा जी.
Good evening.
Go on, go on.
ma'am,
Ma'am, मुझे
Ma'am, can you
पूछना था
please
कि
read the question posted?
मैम
हाँ
मेरे पास नोट्स है मैम डांस के, लेकिन मैंने मैम आपका आरआर वीडियो ही देख रही हूँ, मुझे वही मतलब अच्छा लग रहा है, सफिशिएंट लग रहा है. तो मैम अगर मैं नहीं देखना चाहती डांस के नोट्स वापस, बिकॉज दैट्स सो बोरिंग, तो अभी सिर्फ क्यू बैंक के साथ मैं मतलब कर रही हूँ, मैरो के क्यू बैंक के साथ, दैट इज सफिशिएंट ना मैम? तो वो मैं बस उसी के साथ करना चाहती हूँ. और आपके मर्ज एमकेटी देख रही हूँ, बस वही मैम. और मैम कुछ लिख नहीं रही, सब कुछ पीडीएफ से ही कर रही हूँ, तो इज इट इम्पोर्टेंट टू मतलब कि अब
बिल्कुल ऐसे जस्ट पहले उनको बताया सेम चीज, जस्ट कीप अ पीस ऑफ पेपर और उसमें बस लिखते रहो, तो थोड़ा थोड़ा रैपिड रिवीजन हो जाएगा तभी के तभी, है ना, इमीडिएट रिकॉल हो जाएगा.
ठीक है मैम.
गुड
और
इवनिंग
मैम क्यू बैंक के लिए
मैम
थैंक यू मैम. क्यू बैंक के लिए पूछना था कि क्यू बैंक मैम में कुछ सब्जेक्ट्स का मैंने पूरा पूरा किया, जैसे अभी आपका इंटीग्रेटेड चल रहा है, जैसे ये मेडिसिन का, तो उसमें मैम सिर्फ कस्टमाइज मॉड्यूल्स ही करें, पूरा पूरा क्यू बैंक नहीं करे पैथो का, जैसे थोड़ा जैसे है फार्मा पैथो ये सब.
पूरा कर सकते हो तो पूरा कर लो, बिकॉज फार्मा आप एंड में ही कर पाओगे, है ना. वंस आई कंप्लीट द एंटायर सिस्टम एंड यू विल सी जनरल pharma also, you know, on your own. So stuff which are left out, which I am not doing, you will have to cover on your own, and keep doing the question bank simultaneously. The more number of questions you do, the better it is. So you can start off with a custom module with an aim to complete the question bank.
Ma'am,
Okay,
good
ma'am.
evening.
Okay,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
sorry to
Thank you,
interrupt.
ma'am.
Good
I love
evening,
you,
ma'am.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
you're
One of
such an
yours.
मैम सिर्फ
inspiration. मैं आपकी जैसे बनने की पूरी
इतना
कोशिश करूंगी. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank
गुड
you.
इवनिंग मैम
Ma'am,
Ma'am, yours.
Good
Thank
evening.
you.
मैम
Good evening, ma'am.
सिर्फ
What
ma'am,
would be
I
my
have one doubt.
timeline?
Ma'am,
Vibul,
गुड
आप
इवनिंग
बोलो, and then others and Samiksha can start after that.
thank
हाँ
you, ma'am.
बताओ.
Hello.
हाँ.
Thank you,
Hello.
ma'am.
Good
Ma'am,
evening, ma'am.
हेलो
I just asked you about this all these family issues and starting preparation again, ma'am. I just one thing I need is like still 110 days left, ma'am. Like what can I do from now, ma'am, to get them around maximum possible score? Since I'm repeated twice, ma'am. So
What are you following as of now?
DAMS notes with Marrow Plan B, ma'am. Q Bank alone test series and Q. And
So
your
keep doing that.
I'm
Yeah.
just started with your Midnight Express, ma'am.
So you are doing, I mean, the good stuff only. So just do one Midnight Express and target of the day videos, which I am giving you. So 2 hours of the day, and you know, allocate to that. Apart from that, whatever is the remaining time, do DAMS notes. Whatever are the weak areas which you are not understanding from the notes, quickly go to the videos and, you know, see that, and supplement it with custom modules based predominantly on previous year questions. Okay, so main idea is previous year questions, and after that, whatever are the more topics, you know, that you can cover.
Because last year, ma'am, last time when I prepared, I had the form of not last time also same family issues I had, ma'am. So I couldn't complete the QB also last time, ma'am. Same custom module only I had, ma'am. So this time 3 months before when I started, I had the form of not completing the QB, ma'am. So I thought plan to complete this time at least, ma'am. But again, this time same problems
It's
repeating.
okay. It's okay. You don't have to complete. See, not everybody completes the question bank, you know. It's all right. So you do the most important questions and you make sure you don't get the important stuff wrong. So you don't have to do the entire question bank. Do not live in that FOMO. It is not even needed to complete the entire question bank. Just do the previous year questions well and do the important topics. Study the notes well. All right. So do the notes well, and question bank completion is not something which, you know, you have to aim for. Completing the most important topics from notes is what you have to aim for. Hannah, so don't have FOMO of completing question bank at all.
yes
Ma'am, okay, remaining with remaining third year and final year prof and short subjects, ma'am. Can you please give me a like a rough timeline, ma'am, for next 4 months?
So every short subject, you know, so we are targeting December 31st. All right. So December 31st, even if you push it 10th of Jan, you want to complete one cycle of revision. So every short subject you'll get 2 days maximum, right? So short subject should be done in 2 days max, 1.5 to 2 days. For longer subjects, you'll get 3 to 4 days. All right. So just make a timetable based around that. Start with the subjects which are remaining, you know, which you have not touched at all, and then keep revising everything again and again. Okay.
Thank you so
And
much,
do
ma'am.
we
Thank
need
you
to
so much.
do
Good evening, ma'am. Just
गुड
one
इवनिंग
फर्स्ट
मैम
एड
question,
सिर्फ
कैसे
ma'am.
करना
If
है?
you
मैम
to
क्वालिफाई
respond.
करना है मैम बस इतना बता दो क्वालिफाई कैसे करना है
फर्स्ट
Hello,
we
ma'am.
need to do
Qualify कैसे?
मैम बस एक डाउट है मैम.
गुड इवनिंग
मैम
Ma'am,
मैम
just one
मैम
question.
एक डाउट है मेरा.
मैम
फर्स्ट एड
Just one question.
Unacademy,
मैम
but
Please,
thing
ma'am.
is,
आई हैव टू
I
जस्ट
am
There
not
क्वालिफाई
are
दिस
doing the
एग्जाम
MTR,
एंड
Wait a
BTR,
minute.
MKT.
I'm not listening to it. I can't listen to everybody. One person I faintly
मेरा
heard
question.
खाली करना है ना?
Ma'am,
मैम
just
डू वी
one
नीड टू
question.
होल्ड
No,
yes
just
मैम
one
फर्स्ट एड
question. But I have
गुड इवनिंग मैम
Ma'am,
rapid revision.
तो मैम
सिर्फ
Ma'am,
क्वालिफाई करना है कैसे करना है
क्वालिफाई करना
Ma'am, I have a
है तो
question.
अनअकैडमी प्लस सब्सक्रिप्शन लो, जो मैंने रैपिड रिवीजन लिया है उसको कर लो, एंड साथ साथ प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस कर लोगे क्वालिफाई.
मैम फर्स्ट एड कैसे
थैंक
पढ़ना
यू
है? मैम
Ma'am,
सारा पढ़ना है? डू वी नीड
good evening,
टू
ma'am.
होल्ड
Just
फर्स्ट
one
एड?
question.
फर्स्ट
I've
एड
been
कैसे
waiting for
करना
so
है?
long.
मैम डू वी नीड टू डू होल्ड फर्स्ट एड? जस्ट आंसर दिस मैम प्लीज.
हाउ टू डू फर्स्ट एड?
हाँ whether we need to complete first aid.
No. If you want to do, you can do. If you don't want, if you have not started yet, you can leave it also. It's not something that needs to be done. In fact, for NEET, if you are targeting primarily NEET, you can skip it if you have not started. Just pick up biochemistry and microbiology and just do those topics.
मैम
And
आपने
for
फर्स्ट एड
medicine we have
इंक्लूड
told ना
किया
मैम
है
for
आरआर में, तो
medicine
फिर
we have
हम
to
लोग खुद से
do
भी
the
करें मैम
system
फर्स्ट एड क्या?
wise topics ना मैम.
जरूरत नहीं है, छोड़ सकते हो. You can leave.
और मेडिसिन
मैं
अच्छा
मेडिसिन के लिए
हाँ,
मेडिसिन के लिए
मेडिसिन के लिए we
if
need
you
to do
know
patho
anything
pharma.
that to do with medicine, you
And
can do, but it's not essential. I mean, you can just flip through the pages of those systems whenever you're covering medicine and just go through it once. It need not be, mastered. Do it for micro, do it for biochemistry and immunology. 3 topics in the beginning are very nice, but baki sare you can just skip.
okay ma'am
Ma'am,
What would be
in
my
your rapid
timeline if
revision
my
and
exam is
preparatory
gonna be
rapid
next
revision
year,
first day
December?
need to be done, ma'am.
Sorry?
Ma'am, what should be my
Ma'am, in spite
timeline
of
to
doing your
complete the
rapid
first
revision
reading
and
if my
preparatory rapid revision, your first aid needs to be done,
No,
ma'am.
no, no. If you're doing my rapid revision and prep ladder rapid revision, if I heard you right,
Yeah.
no need to do first. You can skip because I have included first aid in every class that I've taken.
Okay,
Ma'am,
thank
I'm
you.
good evening, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, what should be my timeline if I'll to complete my first reading? If my exams in next year December, if considering my exams gonna be next year December.
Which exam? FMG.
मैम लाइक एज यू से कि नेक्स्ट बहुत chaotic है, किसी को पता नहीं है, बट अगर हम कंसिडर करें कि नेक्स्ट अगले साल दिसंबर या जनवरी तक हो जाती है, तो मैम मेरी फर्स्ट रीडिंग कब तक होनी चाहिए? आई एम इन माय प्री फाइनल ईयर currently, and I know all these current year students
Yes, ma'am.
are
Same question
are
for
in
me, ma'am.
more
Same
stressful
question.
condition, but ma'am, this is genuinely my doubt and it will clear up a lot of the
Yes, ma'am.
You know
Please.
what? So what? Yeah. Okay. So what you have
Thank
to
you,
do,
ma'am.
for both of you guys, what you have to
Ma'am,
focus.
please, ma'am.
Yeah, because next also it's quite stressful for you guys because you don't know what's going to happen. So you want to be prepared. So that's a good position to be in. So what you have to do is right now you have to first master the subjects that you are currently doing. So your pre-final and your final year by next year, has to be done. So if you are in pre-final, how would you? Acha, you are targeting next. Okay. So what you
Yes,
have
ma'am.
to do? Yeah. So what you have to do is you master the final year subjects at this point simultaneously. So suppose you are reading for your prof, you are reading orthopedics for your prof, then simultaneously see the rapid revision of orthopedics and do the MCQs of previous year questions of orthopedics, get it done with. So whatever are the final year and pre-final year subjects which you are studying for your prof as it is, keep doing previous year questions and rapid revision of those subjects. Apart from that, you now have to bring in first and second prof quick revision. Okay. So make a timetable such that you can, every month you are doing one subject. Like this month, you are only targeting anatomy. Aram se you are doing anatomy. So that is how every month you finish off one subject of first and second prof simultaneously. So your timetable in parallel goes such that you are doing final year dedicatedly and revising the first and second prof one subject per month, such that you finish your one round of entire exercise by next year July, and after that you can squeeze in 2 more rounds of revision, of 2 months each.
Okay, ma'am.
मैम
And
मैं
ma'am,
टारगेट कर रही थी मैम
ma'am,
एक
at this
डाउट है
point of
मैम,
time,
फोर्थ
our
इंटर्न में
pre-final exams are also not done. So the prof exam gonna be maximum by February or March. So at this point of time, if we wanted to do the next year subject, like is it wise decision for us to select the to do the final year subjects first and then later on the first and second prof subjects? मतलब हमें पहले फाइनल ईयर सब्जेक्ट्स को साइमल्टेनियसली हमारे पीएसएम ईएनटी के साथ चलाना चाहिए कि हमें फर्स्ट एंड सेकेंड ईयर सब्जेक्ट को
फर्स्ट एंड सेकेंड ईयर को करो बिकॉज अभी आपका टारगेट होगा प्री फाइनल ईयर, राइट? अभी आपको पीएसएम और ईएनटी को मास्टर
मैम 3 to 4 months एट मैक्स है प्री फाइनल में।
तो बस तो अभी इन 3 सब्जेक्ट्स को एंड फर्स्ट सेकंड प्रॉफ को खत्म करके रखो एंड आफ्टर दैट इन फाइनल ईयर फोकस ऑन फाइनल ईयर एंड फिनिश इट, है ना?
बाय जुलाई और
बाय जुलाई और अगस्त।
मैम मेरे
एंड मैम प्री रिवीजन फॉर आस
मैम एक डाउट है मैम, पोस्ट इंटर्न मैम प्लीज।
या
मैम
टेल मी।
मैम मैंने आपका रैपिड रिवीजन को फॉलो करना स्टार्ट किया है, प्लस मैम मैंने फर्स्ट एड भी पूरा कर लिया है। और मैम अगर आपका रैपिड रिवीजन एमकेटी बीटीआर और मैरो के जो क्वेश्चंस रहते हैं पीवाईक्यू के, अगर हम वो कंबाइन कर लेंगे तो मैम
बहुत ज्यादा है
मैम।
आराम
मैम क्योंकि बाकी मैं कुछ नहीं कर रहा मैम, आपका रैपिड डिवीजन एमकेटी बीटीआर मर एंड मैरो की पीवाईक्यू
बिल्कुल इतना कर लो।
मैम फर्स्ट एड भी मैंने पूरा कर लिया है से पहले।
Yes, it is enough. If you see, again, I'm again saying the same thing. Something is enough if you revise it well, so it is enough from my end. What you have to do is you revise it well, you make sure you are not getting questions from that wrong. So you have to practice MCQs and you keep filling up the lacuna. All right, there's one topic which is missing, I need to finish it off. All right, so you have to make sure that you are doing this and you are combining it with your previous year questions and your MCQs, such that all the gaps get filled. So overall, yes, it is enough. Do it well.
मैम एमसीक्यूज को जो गैप आप बोल
मैम
रहे हो
around
फिल
100
करने के लिए
MCQs are
मैम,
missing days.
तो वो
Ma'am,
गैप
around
किस
101
तरीके से मैम फिल करना है? जैसे
just
हम
let me
क्यू बैंक
complete this.
कैसे बस पढ़ के ना,
हाँ,
एमसीक्यूज
MCQs
पढ़ के बस
पढ़
ना?
के, हाँ, सॉल्यूशन पढ़ लो उसका। लग रहा है कि कुछ लैगिंग है तो रैपिड रिवीजन वीडियो देख लो कहीं से, मैम का या का फटाफट, है ना, ये टॉपिक नहीं पढ़ा तो उसका एक फटाफट से वीडियो देख लो।
ठीक है मैम, ठीक है, ओके।
But it's limiting factor, ma'am. But if we have to watch another source ka revision videos again, like it's consuming a lot of time, ma'am. So is it very important that we have to watch some other revision videos as well, or we can religiously follow just you, because that way there'll be no FOMO, and we can easily stick to one source. So can we just religiously just follow you,
Yes,
ma'am?
you can just follow me. Just follow the rapid revision well. Do the MCQs, and that should be enough. All right, that should be enough to get a good seat, provided you revise it well. You revise.
मैम रेडियो
Thank
मिल
you so
जाएगी ना
much.
इससे? रेडियो मेरे कॉलेज
यार,
जम्मू में है मुझे
अगर
मैम, जो
मैं
आपको
आपकी जगह पे एग्जाम दे दूंगी इतना पढ़ के, तो मैं मुझे मिल जाएगी. सो यू हैव टू मेक श्योर दैट यू आर स्टडिंग इट वेल, है ना. अल्टीमेटली एग्जाम देना है, एग्जाम से रैंक आएगा, मटेरियल से रैंक नहीं आता. ये बात ध्यान रखो सब लोग, है ना. मटेरियल से कभी भी रैंक नहीं लाते. रैंक लाते हैं जब हम पेपर में एग्जाम को, क्वेश्चन को अच्छे से पढ़ते हैं, राइट. सो टू आंसर इट वेरी ब्लंटली, इफ आई स्टडी माई ओन मटेरियल एंड गिव द एग्जाम, तो मुझे मिल जाएगी रेडियो शायद.
मतलब कि आपका प्रेजेंस ऑफ माइंड उस वक्त वर्क किया मतलब
Yes,
कि
that is
आप ये
very
कहना चाह रहे हैं?
important कि आप अपना दिमाग उस टाइम पे लगाओ, है ना. एमसीक्यू में दिमाग चलाना is something which is very very important, right. तो वो सब कुछ डिपेंड करता है how you give the exam in those 3 hours. You do the material well and you apply that into the exam question which is asked, because there will be no exam which will directly ask you questions from whatever you've read. It will always be an indirect processing. So you need to be smart enough to apply that processing and that assimilation that needs to be done.
Ma'am, please let me ask.
How to
Yes.
revise in last 10 days, ma'am?
So last 10 days na आपको, if you have revised well right now, no, you will automatically know what to do in the last 10 days, because अभी जो भी आप कर रहे हो ना, you are preparing for last 10 days. So right now when you filter everything, अभी इतना कर रहे हो, फिर उसको फिर से रिवाइज कर रहे हो हाई स्टफ को, उसको फिर से हाई स्टफ रिवाइज करना है. So when you have your material ready, आपको खुद पता होगा कि ये चीजें हैं जो मुझे फिर से देख के जानी है, which is most volatile. So that is one. Apart from that, you will have to do BTRs, है ना. Last 10 days में BTRs देख के जाओ, and whatever are your 19 subjects that you have made the notes, उनमें से आप खुद सिलेक्ट करते करते जाओ कि this is most volatile, मुझे ये फिर से देख के जाना है.
Ma'am, how
Ma'am,
do
how
you
do you
stay
filter the
motivated and
topic?
focused all the INIC time? exam and
मैम
How
मुझे
to
एग्जाम
filter
देने
the
का
subject
वो है,
and
right
concise it?
now.
फोबिया है थोड़ा सा.
Ma'am,
एग्जाम का फोबिया कैसे दूर करे मैम, जैसे आप
I'm
बोल
doing
रहे
Ma'am,
थे
how
rapid
to
revision right
filter and
now.
concise the subject?
Please, could you please tell that
Ma'am, please
if we are doing
reply,
rapid
ma'am.
revision of an academy last subscription, then we have to do MKT, BTR, and more right now only, or matlab, if rapid revision we are doing of plus subscription, then that's enough.
If you're doing rapid
Only
revision, simultaneously I've given you links, है ना, homework links. If you followed, if you just started, I have given homework links for everything. So if, for example, micro, if I've covered RR में two classes of micro, I've also told you that you see
question
mycology
from
and
me
you see
next,
virology.
please.
So just do RR and the homework links, and that is it. No need to see more BTR all over again. Just see the
ma'am, MER and MKT are included in RR
yes,
only
they
now.
are included except for the homework links. जो भी include नहीं हो, I've told you कि ये देख लो, so everything gets covered.
So if we do MKT and MER from January, but we are following the RR because my approach is mostly subject-wise approach, not the topic-wise approach. So I am more of kind of like completing anatomy, then completing physiology.
Right, I got it. So that's why I'm saying you do subject-wise. Don't see more MKT. Just see more MKT of the topics which I have told you. Like with micro, I've told you see MKT of virology and mycology. So that will complete your more MKT entirely while you do RR only. If you keep following the MKT more subject-wise, which I have told you, कि ये links देख लो. When you go to the group, no plus group, all the links are pinned. These are called homework links. So subject-wise only you can finish it off all together. फिर से Jan में शुरू करने का जरूरत ही नहीं है.
And ma'am, I have this FOMO that a topic of the day that you are giving, that is not getting completed because don't have the topic wise approach.
So
I have a subject.
you don't have to do everything, it's okay. I mean, if you're doing subject wise, eventually those topics will get covered, right? So you don't have to do everything that everybody is doing.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
Thank
how
you.
to filter the subjects in second division, ma'am, so that we can consolidate, ma'am.
Sorry?
Ma'am, how to consolidate subjects in second division? Matlab from first division you told, now we have to filter out. Ma'am, how to filter out? Matlab.
You will know yourself, right, that these are the volatile points. So in the first reading, if you're reading this and you find that these are the things which are volatile, I need to revisit them. You keep marking out, and you keep, every time you understand what needs to be understood, concept ko samajh liya, whatever are the facts, you again revise in the second round. Usme se bhi jo yaad nahi hua, you go into the third round. So same content ko keep revisiting it, whatever needs to be understood, you understand the concepts and whatever are the facts, then you memorize those facts again.
Ma'am,
Okay, ma'am.
after
Ma'am,
your
how
NEET
do you
PG2
usually
our
revision, ma'am?
class,
Ma'am,
I have
matlab
started to
space
follow.
revision, matlab how many, after completing one subject,
Sarthi,
how to
I think
do
it's better
revision?
to
After how many
let
days we have to
others
revise
also
this
ask
subject?
something. I think we should
Ma'am,
let others.
ma'am,
Yeah.
after seeing your NEET 2023 plan, मैम आई एम फॉलोइंग द सेम थिंग नाउ सो जैसे आपने एक दिन का प्लान दिया है वैसे आई जस्ट वांटेड क्योंकि आफ्टर INI I got to know I have not done too much of questions, so now I wanted to focus more on questions. So जैसे आपने दिन को डिवाइड किया है like 6 to 7 hours for a subject, so क्यू बैंक को कैसे करना है मैम? लाइक टॉपिक ऑफ द डे के लिए भी क्वेश्चंस करना है, मर्क का भी करना है और सब्जेक्ट्स का भी करना है, या कैसे, लाइक हाउ टू डू?
सब्जेक्ट्स का करो और टॉपिक ऑफ द डे का करो, मर को खाली एज इट इज स्टैंड अलोन रिविजन के लिए यूज कर लो. सो डू क्वेश्चन टॉपिक ऑफ द डे बिकॉज दोज आर क्वेश्चंस जो आएंगे एग्जाम में, है ना. तो उन टॉपिक्स को मास्टर करना है. बाकी जो भी सब्जेक्ट ऑफ द डे है 3 दिन तक चलेगा, है ना. 2 सब्जेक्ट 3 दिन तक चलेगा. सो उसको आराम आराम से करते रहो ऑन अ डेली बेसिस, 2-2 घंटे, तो वो सब्जेक्ट वाइज भी
मैम
हो जाएंगे.
ये जैसे कस्टम मॉड्यूल का आपने बताया ना मैम 100 क्वेश्चंस करो, उसके बाद लाइक कैन वी डू द इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक्स का क्यू बैंक एंड एंड ऑफ द सब्जेक्ट एक कस्टम मॉड्यूल ऑफ ऑल द PYQs, एक क्लोजर मिल जाएगा ऐसे?
Sure, definitely. See, that's completely up to you. You can obviously decide these chota things on your own only, na. So definitely you can do it that way. Ultimately, aim is कि questions हो रहे हैं, आप test कर रहे हो कि याद हो रहा है, नहीं apply कर पा रहे हो. That is very, very important.
Thank you so
Ma'am,
much,
how to
ma'am. I'll follow
revision,
this
ma'am?
quiz.
After how many days we need to revise a subject? If we complete one subject now, then after how many days we need to revise a subject, ma'am?
Ma'am, same
Amrita, go on.
concentration. Ma'am, one question, ma'am. I gave INICT this year, and it was like unfortunate that I only discovered you like end of September, beginning of October's timing, and I like immediately subscribed because I wanted to have a good preparation for my NEET PG. And after I completed like 40 to 45 of your marks before INICT. There were some questions that I had attended that topics in your classes, but I could not recall them. It was not like I made silly mistakes or something, but these were important topics, and I know they were important, but I still couldn't remember in the exam. And ma'am, will if I continue to revise the topic many times, will these topics be like ingrained in my brain that it becomes a reflex? I'm hoping that you would like give me some sort of reassurance about that.
Yeah, see, so you have to revise them again and you have to practice MCQs. When you practice MCQs, you will know how these topics will get asked. Because when we are just reading theory, no, sometimes we lose the point that how will this be tested? And when it actually comes in the exam, you're not able to apply that information that you've read, isn't it? So you have to do questions of important topics, MCQs of important topics. They can be from question bank, but they have to be previous year questions for sure, and the other questions from question bank. And you have to do and you have to revise those notes. So revise with MCQs. That is something. So that is how we are doing topic of the day. So you will see the video, you have covered the theory, and then you do MCQs. So that gets covered holistically, basically.
Like last in May INICT, I gave the exam at like it was like out my I did not have any preparation at all. My internship was just ongoing at that time. But I felt like drastic change after 1 month of attending your classes, which I am feeling a lot of confidence in that. But it was like the paper felt like it was all known to me, but I could not give like all my best attempt, I felt. But I hope with revision I can do well, ma'am.
Yeah. You will do well. Keep revising, have the confidence, and practice MCQs. Yeah. So finish your previous year questions, revise.
I have absolute faith in you, ma'am. You are like a rock star, and my whole family knows about you now.
Thank
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. All the best to you. I think, guys, I'll have to stop. Maybe we'll do one more session. We'll have to do one more session. So I hope at least you got some input and out of this, and most of your doubts got answered. So all the very
Thank you
best.
so much, ma'am. It was really helpful.
Thank you so
ma'am.
much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, ma'am. Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you, ma'am.